right now on 5 on Your Side at 10.
Play ball. The best traditions in baseball kicked off at Busch. Let's go Cardinals! Go Cards! The big crowds and fan excitement.
It's a good time. It's a good party every year.
Despite low expectations. And a weather curveball.
Hey, got it! Cardinals.
An unofficial holiday in St. Louis ending with a Redbird winner.
What a way, Brad, to kick off a new season.
Weather had an impact on the Cardinals' home opener today, leading to a 90-minute rain delay. Good evening. I'm Kelly Jackson.
And I'm Mike Bush. Tonight, rain showers continue to move through St. Louis. Chief Meteorologist Scott Connell is tracking the rain and continues to look ahead to this weekend's weather impact alert.
Well, we do have some showers and thunderstorms around the area tonight, and even though you may be hearing rumbles of thunder, especially off to the west of St. Louis, we're not seeing any severe weather with this. That is the good news that we have to share with you. But as you watch over the last hour, these small, relatively small showers and rumbles of thunder have made it into western St. Charles County, out towards New Melle, down towards Augusta. They're pushing into Wildwood right now, into the Chesterfield Valley. It's not going to pour for an extended period of time, but don't be surprised if you get some downpours in here and if you hear some thunder. We don't see hail out of these storms at this point, even though that potential does exist, especially later tonight when the low-level jet starts ramping up that warmer air that's been down to our south. But the focus for that tends to shift farther north of St. Louis. So we think we have another 3 or 4 hours of these showers around, and then tomorrow morning, it's all gone. Tomorrow's a much warmer day. In fact, it'll be as warm tomorrow morning as it is right now, if not warmer in some cases. And then we're in the 80s tomorrow. We're still tracking our severe weather potential over the weekend. Our weather impact alert mainly focused on Sunday afternoon for a few storms having wind and hail, but the tornado threat is not zero. What we need you to do right now is to make sure you have a way to get warnings and make sure you're staying up to date on forecast changes as we head into a very busy weekend. Sunday, Cardinals and City SC in action.
And right after this newscast, you can catch Scott on our 5 Plus streaming app with his expanded weather impact alert forecast. You can watch for free on your Roku, Apple, or Fire TV.
The rain-delayed home opener wrapped up about 2 hours ago, and tonight the Cardinals have given fans something to celebrate.
Yeah, it's a long season, but there's high hopes and low expectations. 5 on Your Side's Corey Miller is just back from the ballpark and the Cardinals clubhouse. Corey?
Well, Mike, it was a very happy Cardinals clubhouse. It may have been a long day for the team and their fans, but it was all worth it in the end. The Cardinals are 1-0 to start 2025. About an hour and a half rain delay at Busch today before the Cardinals and Minnesota Twins could begin the season. Weather won't stop those Clydesdales, though. A couple of big home runs in this one. Lars Nootbaar first, belts one out to right. That gave the Cardinals a 3-0 lead. Cards up 4-3 in the 8th. How about some insurance from a guy most folks thought wouldn't even be here today? Nolan Arenado with an opening day bomb. He gets the curtain call, the crowd loves it, and Ryan Helsley finishes off a Sonny Gray win as the Cardinals beat the Twins 5-3 on opening day.
I mean, you can talk about all these different words of being electric and bringing energy and relentless, and then actually doing it. And they did exactly that. I mean, they're running all over the field, making plays, stealing bases, our at-bats. Like, that is what a relentless at-bat looks like, 1 through 9.
Later on in sports, we will go into the Cardinal locker room to hear from Lars Nootbaar and a reflective Nolan Arenado after another memorable opening day at Busch Stadium.
Yeah, for some cities, it's just the start of baseball season. For us here in St. Louis, it's practically a religious experience. The Cardinals home opener arrived today with rain in the forecast, but faith in the stands.
The thunder wasn't just in the clouds today at Busch Stadium, as 8,000 pounds of baseball tradition made their way through the outfield gates. The Budweiser Clydesdales stepping high despite low skies to officially usher in the Cardinals' 2025 season. Mother Nature may have brought April showers a few days early, washing away batting practice, but she couldn't dampen the spirit of the Cardinal faithful.
All the way from the North Pole to watch the Cardinals open. This is not just a national holiday, it's an international holiday.
Now please join me in welcoming back to St. Louis our Major League Baseball and St. Louis Cardinals Hall of Famers.
When the rain finally stopped, it was time for baseball royalty. Cardinal legends in their iconic red jackets, waving from Ford convertibles. Each introduction met with thunderous applause. including the Wizard of Oz, Ozzie Smith, still bringing fans to their feet. Not all welcomes equally warm, as President of Baseball Operations John Mozeliak heard the concerns of the fan base. Then it was time for this year's team. Service members from Fort Leonard Wood and Cahokia's own gospel singer Lloyd Nix delivering the national anthem. From grandparents who remember the days of Stan Musial to children attending their first game, generations united by the crack of the bat and the belief that this could be the year. In baseball, as in life, sometimes you have to weather the storm before you see the sunshine.
Downtown businesses got an extra boost today, and they're hoping that enthusiasm will stick through the rest of the season. 5 on your side's Brent Solomon live downtown with fans who spent the day celebrating. Brent.
You know what? Bringing back baseball also brings back a reminder. We are St. Louis, and for diehard Cardinals fans, that means celebrating the city and all that it represents.
And I love the Cardinals. I love everything St. Louis.
This is our 4th year being here. We love Cardinals baseball. We're celebrating.
If you came downtown Thursday, you saw the surge of energy.
Go Cardinals! The whole gang. It is all coworkers, all best friends.
Let's go! That's perfect timing.
Over at the Midwestern,
We need more tables.
fans pouring in early.
We could not get anyone to leave today. It's been crazy.
It means balancing the needs of everyone who just want it to be downtown.
There's a lot of people that come here just to eat that aren't ready to party, and there's a lot of people that want to party and not eat, so it's a mixture of both.
At Patios, a day party with baseball setting the soundtrack. Businesses benefiting from the return of the season. And while the team's success may contribute to turnout, you have your core committed to not being shaken.
Diehard fans. We've been diehard our whole lives. We are not fair weather fans.
Perhaps the target audience for businesses who get a lifeline when Cardinals lovers exhibit that love, no matter what.
And no matter what happens, up or down, you got to support them because that's what the city's all about. It's been really quiet downtown, but now that Cardinals are back, it should be bring good business.
And tonight's win only building the momentum for those loyal fans who stay the course. We're live downtown. Brent Solomon, 5 on your side.
And for more of our opening day coverage and the 2025 Cardinals, text the word CARDS to 314-425-5355.
Enhancing police work and public safety with clicks of new technology.
It's all part of the Ferguson Police Chief's community engagement and policing plan he unveiled just hours ago. New at 10, 5 on your side's Robert Townsend has reaction from police and the community.
Detective Sammy Newman has been with the Ferguson Police Department for 3 years. He's excited about new equipment he and his fellow officers will soon have at their fingertips.
We have a plan to train all the patrol officers and the sergeants when it comes to these. These are great tools.
Officer safety and enhancement for our community.
Chief Troy Doyle officially introduced the tech side of his community engagement and policing plan during an open house with residents Thursday night. Doyle says the department hopes to use new and better technology to help its 45 officers do their jobs better. 3 officers are trained and certified to use extra eyes at crime scenes and other emergencies with the help of drones.
For the past year, the Ferguson Police Department has been using this drone as part of its drone emergency response team. This cool technology has taken officers all across this city to a variety of scenes. But now a much smaller version will take officers to even new heights.
We can send these into a structure to clear it, without sending officers first.
The police officers will also receive enhanced so-called Exxon 4 body cameras they can now wear during their entire shifts.
We can go live. If I want to see what one of my officers was doing on a call, I can sit there and watch that.
This longtime resident has concerns.
What normally happens is when individuals get new tools, they try new things until it is questioned.
Even with the drone policy, we emphasize very heavily about how we do not want to violate people's Fourth Amendment rights in regards to illegal search and seizures.
Robert Townsend, 5 on your side.
You can learn more about the police department's new drone procedures on the Ferguson Police Department's Facebook page or the city's website.
I can't help but be unhappy, with the outcome. I don't think he's being held accountable for his actions.
Disappointment tonight for families in Kirkwood after learning a former St. Louis County police officer who fired shots and threatened people at a school trunk or treat event won't spend time in prison. Today, a judge handed down a 25-year suspended sentence to Matthew McCullough. This means he'll serve a minimum of 5 years supervised probation. He pleaded guilty to 8 felony counts for the October 2023 incident at North Kirkwood Middle School. Investigators say McCullough fired at least a dozen shots in the air and yelled, "You are all going to die."
It's just disappointing. It was one of the worst days of my life, my family's life, and our Kirkwood community, and to know that this is kind of how it's going to end with no jail time, probation, feels like a big blow.
McCullough cried in court today as he apologized to everyone he affected. He says he takes full responsibility.
Taking back control of St. Louis police.
We'll bring the safety in the streets back.
Tonight, Missouri's governor defends a police power grab in his hometown.
St. Louis City Democrats voted for this bill.
Pride on the line. The latest funding cut putting another local LGBTQ celebration in limbo.
The unsettled pattern has arrived. Why this weekend's weather impact alert is mainly focused on Sunday and if this stormy pattern continues into next week.
Tonight, another local Pride festival is in financial limbo. Organizers with Pride St. Charles say they've lost their largest sponsor and several other key partners. The name of those sponsors were not released. The nonprofit is now seeking donors and volunteers for its annual festival set to take place on June 14th. This comes just days after Anheuser-Busch ended a 30-year partnership with Pride St. Louis, leaving organizers of this summer's Pride Fest about $150,000 short. If you'd like to donate to both organizations, we have a link in the As Seen on TV section of KSDK.com.
The Archdiocese of St. Louis is closing another school. St. Simon's School in South County will close in May after 65 years. According to the Archdiocese, only 70 students across grades K through 8 are registered for the next school year. In a statement, Archbishop Mitchell Rosansky said, quote, continuing to provide quality education at St. Simon's School would require financial support that would negatively impact the parish's finances and impede other crucial ministries. The Archdiocese says it will help families and staff find other Catholic schools. In recent years, the Archdiocese has closed other schools due to declining enrollment and the realignment of parishes under the All Things New plan.
Just hours ago, Missouri Governor Mike Kehoe was in his hometown of St. Louis to promote his crime bill, which includes a state takeover of the city police department.
Polling shows state control is unpopular across all of Missouri. New at 10, our political editor Mark Maxwell pressed the governor to explain why he's making this his first priority.
Before taking an opening day lap at Busch Stadium, Mike Kehoe took a victory lap at the Police Union Hall, celebrating his opening act as Missouri governor.
We'll get the personnel going again. We'll bring the safety in the streets back.
House and Senate Republicans who sponsored the bill sold it as a boost for officer morale.
The days of defunding the police, not supporting our police, demoralizing our police, and decimating our cities is over.
And Kehoe pushed back against criticism from Mayor Tashara Jones.
The mayor should look at the vote count and see who voted for it, because St. Louis City Democrats voted for this bill. They're out of touch.
The former car salesman put his best spin on the state takeover of a local police department.
Politicians don't need to be running this. Local citizens need to be running this.
But the law is clear. Politicians like him will pick those commissioners before other politicians confirm them, and police unions lobby them in an inherently political process. A recent SLU YouGov poll asked likely Missouri voters who they would prefer to run their local police department. Only 22% said a governor-appointed board, and just 39% said a state board should run the department in St. Louis.
Why spend so much of your early political capital on something the public doesn't want?
Because it's needed. And sometimes you got to make decisions in leadership to do what we think is best for the people that you serve.
Kehoe's picks will be subject to a confirmation hearing in the Senate.
Is it your intent to give state senators from the city of St. Louis veto power over your picks?
Those certainly have the power to be able to express those opinions.
But from now on, any findings from the Independent Civilian Oversight Board would be subject to review at the State Board of Police Commissioners.
Aside from the police unions, who would think it's a good idea to weaken independent civilian oversight of police officers accused of wrongdoing?
We're going to add to the manpower of the city here. I think that will help public safety. I also think that will help a strained police department where men and women have to make decisions that they wouldn't have to make if they had the backup they had.
Reporting in St. Louis, Mark Maxwell, 5 on your side.
Another defeat tonight for St. Louis County Executive Sam Page in his efforts against Proposition B. Today, the County Council overrode Page's veto of 2 council bills. One allocates $500,000 from the RAM settlement to fund the April 8th ballot question, and the other threatens litigation against any county employee who speaks out against it. Despite lawsuits, Prop B remains on the April 8th ballot.
Highway 50 in Union is back open tonight. The eastbound lanes were closed early this morning near Highway 47 as crews hammered away at a big mess. Check it out. Thousands of nails spilled onto the road. It took crews nearly 2 hours to clean up all those potential tire deflators littering the pavement. Drivers are urged to still use caution in that area in case they missed any of those nails.
Chief Meteorologist Scott Connell here with the weather impact forecast. A rainy day today. And now we're looking ahead to this weekend, Scott.
Yeah, tomorrow looks like it's warm, it's breezy, and then we get into this weekend and we're going to get into this unsettled pattern for sure and the potential for stronger thunderstorms. Specifically, we think as we head into Sunday and especially Sunday afternoon. But that's part of our weather impact alert. The timing on that may still change. As you see, it's pretty unsettled. There are disturbances as you work your way all the way back into the Pacific, and all of that has to come our way in some way, shape, or fashion over the next few days. So our severe risk for Sunday, this is the outlook from the Storm Prediction Center. It still includes most of the bi-state region and then stretches down the Mississippi River into Memphis, over to Nashville, all the way down to New Orleans. So it's mainly Sunday afternoon, we think, at this point. A few of the storms will have some wind and hail in them. Some of that's going to be strong. Some of the hail is going to be large. The tornado risk is not zero, but it's nothing like March 14th. So stay up to date on the forecast as we change it and update it over the weekend. Right now, there's a surge of moisture that rolls through Saturday morning into early Saturday afternoon. That may delay Saturday's Cardinals game, certainly possible. But by Saturday evening, that's pushing away. We'll watch for thunderstorms to try to develop with that nighttime low-level jet out to our west and see if they can get in here early on Sunday morning. If that happens, that may diminish somewhat of our severe weather threat during the afternoon, but then again, it may not. We're watching as the upper-level winds start to increase during the day on Sunday into Sunday evening. And the bottom line is we expect storms on Sunday. Severe storms are possible. The most likely timing seems like it would be during the evening hours. Again, gusty winds and hail, they're on the board. An isolated tornado can't be ruled out, but we're not looking at the ingredients like we saw on March 14th. So we just want to put that out there for you right now. In fact, I know some of you in Villa Ridge, down towards Gray Summit, you've heard the rumbles of thunder in Wildwood this evening. Yes, we have that rain coming in, another little surge of downpours. Nothing extreme with this. Not a huge amount of cloud to ground lightning, but enough to rumble along, wake you up. That's approaching 270, moving into Shrewsbury right now. It'll be in Columbia, Illinois, and Belleville in about 25-30 minutes. These storms just kind of dot the landscape going north and northeast of St. Louis, where we've had over an inch or two of rainfall. It's 58 degrees right now, 63 was our high. As we go into the next few days, tomorrow it is quiet, breezy, much warmer. Temperatures today were around 80 down to our southwest, low 80s tomorrow in St. Louis. Your weather impact alert over the weekend. Looks like the morning hours on Saturday are damp through lunchtime. Some rumbles of thunder, not likely to be severe. But then you have that potential on Sunday of strong to severe thunderstorms. Not only are the Cardinals with 1:15 games both days, but City SC takes the pitch Sunday.
So the weather matters to all of us.
Exactly.
Yes. All right, Scott, thanks. Corey is here with sports.
Well, Mike, St. Louis sports fans are going to sleep well tonight. From another memorable opening day at Busch to another classic finish from those red-hot St. Louis Blues, you do not want to miss a packed sportscast after the break. In sports, it's often said that it's hard to beat a team 3 times in a row. The Blues attempted that feat tonight against Nashville, who they met for the 3rd time in just 10 days. Oh yeah, the note, we're also trying to win their 8th straight game. There is the playoff picture. Blues just 2 points out of the first wild card spot coming into tonight. They were down 2-0 early though, but the hottest player on the planet comes through. Dylan Holloway, 2-1. We're not done with him quite yet. 3rd period now. Cam Fowler smashes one. We're tied at 2. And then 22 seconds later, here comes Holloway again. Are you kidding me? Blues lead. This one literally went down to the final buzzer. The Predators thought they tied it as the clock ran out, but the replay said, not so fast. Blues win 3-2. It is their 8th win in a row as they keep pace in the playoff race. In the grand schedule of 162 games, the results of one individual game can seem insignificant in the big picture. But in St. Louis, the home opener feels like everything. In a stated year of transition, the Cardinals are a club filled with guys looking to prove themselves. We saw plenty to like today against the Twins. It was soggy to start, about an hour-and-a-half rain delay, but the weather was not going to keep the Clydesdales from their annual trot or Sonny Gray off the mound. Cards would give Sonny an early lead. Brendan Donovan in the 3-hole, RBI single, 1-0 Cardinals in the 1st inning. 2nd inning, they stay hot. Leadoff hitter Lars Nootbaar showing off some power. Big time 2-run blast to right. Lars is pretty fired up. Cardinals lead 3-0. Gray was cruising on the hill. 4 scoreless innings after this strikeout. He went 5, struck out 6 on the day. Here was Sonny's only blemish of opening day. Old friend Harrison Bader tags him for a 2-run homer in the 5th inning. Cardinals still led 4-2 at that point. Likely the play of the day right here. 2 on, Cards up 2, and Victor Scott rides to the rescue in center field. What a catch to keep it a 2-run lead. Cardinals lost that 2-run lead to make it 4-3, but Nolan Arenado got it right back with a solo shot in the 8th. What a moment from a guy most people thought would not even be here today. And in the 9th, Ryan Helsley picks up right where he left off last season to close out the 5-3 opening day victory. It was a textbook example for how this year's Cardinals want to play, and an emotional day for their 3rd baseman.
It meant a lot to me today. I took it all in, and I usually don't, but today I did, and you know, the way they cheered for me, it meant a lot to me and got me motivated, and I was just fortunate to give them something to cheer about again also. So, you know, I just want to thank them for that. It meant a lot to me and my family. It was a really cool day.
You know, we have a young group here, and so, you know, you only know what you know. And so for us to come out here against a really good team and get a win, you know, it's always nice to start the season off with a win, too. So just having that positive energy, going into the off day, after, like, you know, I heard Nolan talk about it, too, after a long day today, you know, kind of letting it soak in a little bit coming in tomorrow and knowing, you know, that's kind of the expectation for us every day.
If you look at, like, who are the Cardinals and who are the St. Louis Cardinals, I feel like that game is kind of can embody who we are and who we want to be.
Of course, opening day is as much about the pageantry before the game as the game itself. And the Red Jacket Club came out in style once again. There's Tony La Russa. Here comes Scott Rowland. Hey, look, there's Vince Coleman. It never gets old for the fans or the Hall of Famers themselves.
I guess it means that you did something that people appreciated, Frank. It's a feeling of appreciation, and this has always been a very special place for all of us.
The day after I got fired, my wife Allie and I went to have breakfast somewhere, and they bought me breakfast. I mean, that's the town. They embrace you, and you're always royalty when you have a connection with the Cardinals, and it's always felt like a second home.
This opening day all around baseball, you might remember that guy. Tyler O'Neill's now with the Orioles, but some things never change. O'Neill went yard for the O's against Toronto today. It is his 6th straight opening day with a home run. No player ever in baseball has done that. Baltimore won 12-2. Hey, we have an awesome Sports Plus on deck for Sunday night. Jim Montgomery is coming in studio to talk about his hottest team in hockey, and the one and only Nature Boy, Ric Flair, stops by as well. That is Sunday night at 10:30.
You know, speaking of the Blues, 8 in a row, and I noticed earlier I was working on some things. I said, oh, they're down 2-0. I thought, oh, well, this will be the time they finally lose one. But
never
no.
count this team out right now. What a sports day in St. Louis. Hard to script a better one.
And all the things that you want to go right for the Cardinals went right today. Sonny Gray did not look good in spring training. Looked good today.
Just one game, but, you know, I'll take it for right now.
Yeah.
Absolutely, we'll take it. Well, Busch Stadium is named after a beer. Now, beer is going by a different name at the home of the Cardinals.
Cardinal fans may notice something different in the beer line at Busch Stadium. The Cardinals are one of 10 Major League Baseball teams updating menus and signage calling beers brewed in the U.S. American instead of domestic. Last month, Anheuser-Busch CEO Brandon Whitworth called on bars, venues, and distributors to ditch the label domestic, saying it gives a negative and less patriotic feel.
Scott's here with the final look at the forecast, but you will also be on 5 Plus in just a few minutes to talk about the
right after
weekend
this weather. Newscast, in like 3 minutes from now.
Talking about Sunday,
and we'll
right?
talk about Sunday in more detail. Yeah, plus looking at the radar still, we're tracking some showers and some rumbles of thunder across the area. Nothing severe. There's nothing of this that looks like it's overly organized or will become overly organized as we head through the nighttime hours. But at least for about the next 2 or 3 hours around St. Louis, yeah, some more rumbles of thunder. Tomorrow, it's all gone. We get a break. We're breezy. We're warm, 82. And then over the weekend, yes, our weather impact alert, especially for Sunday, with that potential for strong to severe thunderstorms.
And there you have it. 5 on your side at 10. We're always streaming on 5 Plus.
Start your day with Today in St. Louis, beginning at 4 a.m. Have a great tomorrow.